What's up, everybody? Welcome to the TJAY TV podcast, only on Spotify and Google. How are you doing today? Move that. There we go. Anyways, welcome to the show. How's everyone doing today? I'm actually broadcasting from my car because why not? I don't even know why. I just decided, you know what? I haven't done a podcast all week. I have literally just been in a funk. I don't know, like I made a podcast yesterday about this and about how I just have had a lot of stuff going on in my personal life. I've had some crazy things happen. I've had some good things happen. I've had some just bizarre things happen. And it's just, I've been in a funk. I didn't even want to do a podcast. I mean, especially with two people who haven't really, like, I guess, shown up for the interview. It's weird. I know a lot of people are probably thinking, TJ, you're being a little pussy. Why are you worried about two people that didn't show up for an interview? Well, they scheduled it and then they didn't show up. But different story for a different day. Anyways, how is everyone doing? How are you all doing? It's been a while since we've talked. Um, yeah, it's been a real long while. And a lot of stuff has happened. I mean, we have a couple hurricanes that happened. I mean, Hurricane Milton's currently going on right now, which is really scary. And I'm going to talk about that in a couple seconds. But I've actually been listening to the Hawk Tuah girl. She has a podcast. If you guys don't know about this, she does have a podcast called Hawk Tuah Talk or something like that. And her first episode was Whitney Cummings, and then she had her grandmother to learn what Hawk Tuah means. And it's number 3 on Spotify. Like, that's the ranking on Spotify right now. Number 3 in the books. And I'm thinking, that is fucking bizarre. Like, I still am like kind of flabbergasted that because she said Hawk Tuah, now she's like the third best podcaster in the world. Like, it's really bizarre just that has happened. I mean, I don't know. Listen, I've been listening to the show. I'm on like episode 3, I think. And you know what? It's not bad. I mean, they're just shooting the shit, honestly. And that's pretty much what I like doing. I like talking about, like, I just like talking to people when you shoot the shit. I mean, it's really kind of a bizarre thing to do, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. I think it's a really cool concept, but I don't know. I enjoy the podcast. My wife's not a fan. She just says like her voice is annoying. And I know a lot of people are probably like the same thing. They hate her voice and they think her voice is just very like obnoxious. I mean, she sounds like Squidward a little bit. And she does actually. She does kind of sound like Squidward. It's pretty funny. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't have a problem with her podcast. I think her podcast is pretty funny. Some of the stuff she talks about. I mean, they were talking about, like, they said some term, and apparently it was talking about like like having like a weird ass vagina, and it's like a different term. It's the weirdest. I don't know. I was doing Lyft when that happened, but in other news, I do want to talk about that too. But yeah, the Hawk Tuah podcast. That's pretty cool. If you want to watch that, go check it out on Spotify. It's pretty funny. So yeah, go check that out. Um, anyways, I will be officially quitting Lyft. It was supposed to be this Sunday, but it's going to be next week. Um, I finally got a job at a supermarket. I'm not going to say where. Not for a couple of weeks until I'm comfortable with it and comfortable talking about it. But I do have another job lined up. Won't be doing Lyft anymore. I'll be doing strictly radio and the job that I'm going to currently. And actually, I'll be there tomorrow. So, yeah, I'm actually really excited that I'm done with Lyft. It was supposed to be Sunday, was supposed to be my last day, but I got a couple more things I want to take care of before then. But Tuesday is going to be my last day officially of doing Lyft because I'm just tired of doing Lyft. I mean, Lyft is so fucking soul sucking, and it's really just uh, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of it. I'm really not. I drive so many people every day, and the fact that I'm driving these people, it just sucks. It really does. I mean, I'm happy that I'm finally done with Lyft. I really am. And I'm not like I'm not going to cry about it and be like, oh my God, I'm going to miss it. No, I'm not going to miss Lyft at all. Like, yeah, it's good to get money and it's good to have money like the first, like, just for a couple hours. Like, you can make 50 bucks in 2 hours depending on where you live at. But I'm not going to miss the taxes, the people, and driving everywhere. Because driving everywhere is just so fucking annoying. Like, then you got people in the car. It's like, oh, what's the thing? It's too hot. It's too cold. Turn that off. I don't want to listen to that on the radio. Oh, you have Joe Rogan on. He's offensive. There's a piece of hair that's been bugging me. There we go. This is stupid. Like, just dumb shit. I'm so fucking excited. I don't have to do Lyft anymore. I really am. And yeah, I was at that new job I was telling you about just 2 seconds ago yesterday. I'm going back there today to go. I got to go back there, but I did a lot of computer work, and I didn't realize how many slides I had to do, but I did at least 11 things of work yesterday. It was pretty fun. I mean, 11 slides of whatever I had to watch, and it was just so bizarre. I had to take some tests, and it was one of those things where you could retake the test, but I had to rewatch some of the videos. There's a lot of dust flying around in my car. I don't know if the camera caught that, but I could definitely see it on the camera. Yeah, it's just nuts. I mean, look, I'm glad I got the job, and I'm just happy that I don't have to do Lyft anymore. I really am. Makes me really happy. Um, but yeah, maybe I should start doing this more, like doing like a weekly car thing, like live from in the car, TJ TV. Maybe we'll think about that. But yeah, oh, that was so like bad broadcasting right there. Put my hand in front of the camera. Um, yeah. So Lyft is done. Got a new job. Going to still do radio. I'm not leaving radio. And that's the thing. Like, yes, radio is very competitive. It's a very interesting business. It's a hard business to get into, but radio is one of those businesses where you have to grind your ass out, grind your ass off, pretty much. That's all you got to do. Once you grind it, you'll be pretty much good and in the clear. And that's pretty much what's going on. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. The same thing with podcasting too. Podcasting is like no different. You gotta do the same shit. But yeah, um, the Jets fired the coach, the football team fired the coach because some were saying there's speculation that Rodgers had something to do with the coach getting fired, which is pretty funny because Rodgers is a powerful guy. You haven't noticed. I don't know. I don't know what to believe. I believe whatever the media says that Rodgers is responsible for the Jets coach getting fired early on in the season, which is really bizarre. You never hear of that. Like you never hear of people getting fired early in the season. They fired Chip Kelly for the Eagles. I think it was like one of the playoff games a few years back, but that was late in the season. That was like January, February, or more like January. Now they just fired the Jets coach week 5. That's crazy shit. It really is. The whole world's nuts. It's more nuttier than like those far right extremists that say like the Democrats are like controlling the wind or controlling the storm because it's a Category 5 storm down in Florida. Which I look, I run a Republican show every Wednesday, and they're far right people, nicest people ever. I love talking to them. They're great people. They're nice guys. Um, it's a very good group of people. They're nice to me at least. And they have a few friends that are Democrats, and they talk about like, yeah, we have we have friends that are Democrats. Some dust in my throat. And the one thing that kind of just annoyed me was they said that the Democrats or the government, for that matter, the Democratic government has a machine that's making these storms turn into a Category 5 hurricane. And I'm thinking to myself, how does the government have control over that? Like, where is your mind there? Like, I highly doubt there is a fucking machine that's controlling the weather patterns. It's so stupid. It really is the dumbest shit ever. Like, look, I don't fuck with Mother Nature. I really don't. I love thunderstorms. I love rain. I love snow. You can't control what Mother Nature is bringing. Yes, the world is nuts. Yes, there's shit going on in the world. Yes, crazy shit's happening. But you can't just say, "Oh, the government has like a machine that's controlling the storms." It wouldn't be too far so far fetched though, because like I do remember in 2020, Joe Biden did said he was going to create some sort of like machine through science to bring back or to get rid of global warming. So it wouldn't be too far fetched, but at the same time, I don't think so. I really don't. But yeah, it's Category 5 hurricane. Hurricane Milton is currently in Florida. I think it's hitting right now, if I'm not mistaken. And a lot of people are going to get affected. Tampa, Orlando, pretty much all on the left side of the map. If you like on the Gulf side, then it's going to hit the ocean side and go right back out to the ocean. I mean, scary times too. Like, I would never want to live in Florida during hurricane season. Like, it's probably bad. And a lot of people like don't evacuate either and they're trapped, which is stupid too. Like, look, if there's a hurricane, fucking evacuate. Don't be a fucking, hard ass and be like, "Oh, I'm going to live here because this is my house and I'm going to stand for my right." Nah, dude, get out. Fucking evacuate. I understand you don't want to leave your house, but your house is still going to be there. It's just going to be fucking flooded. And I don't understand why, like, a lot of people just think it's okay to stay because then they get trapped and then they're like, "Oh, I really wish I would have left." Well, yeah, dumbass, you should have fucking left because now you're trapped and you could possibly die. So I just don't understand that. I don't understand why people just decide to stay and not do shit. It's pretty stupid in my eyes. Just I don't know. It's the dumbest shit ever. I don't think people should stay. I think they should go. I mean, yeah, you could be a hard ass because you live in Florida, but honestly, just leave. The governor, or I don't even think, no, it wasn't the governor, it was the mayor. One of the mayors said, "If you don't leave, you're gonna die." The mayor of Florida, he pretty much just said that. So, yeah, just leave. It's so stupid. These people just like sit and flood. Like, I swear, the idiocracy that I like see with people on TikTok, they're like, "Oh, we should have left," and blah 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 blah. Like, fucking idiots. Everyone's an idiot nowadays. Yeah, but then like you got the people in North Carolina that are like pissed off right now too because when the last hurricane, I forget what the name is, it was a week ago. The last hurricane came, they were unaware and unprepared, and I mean, the Appalachian Mountains, those people up there, they got really fucked up from the storm. And Vice President Kamala Harris only gave these people $750, which is not a lot. So a lot of people are pissed off at her for just even doing that. And I mean, I talked to somebody who's like a full-fledged Democrat, and she was saying, "Well, her giving $750 is nice. It may be a nice gesture, but fact of the matter is 750 is probably going to get you a hotel for maybe 3 nights. Like, do you realize how high the rates are?" And I'm not saying like it's her fault for the hurricane to happen. It's really not, but it it goes to show that we don't have money. The US is completely out of money because we've given all our money to immigrants, given all our money to Ukraine, Israel, Russia, all those people have been getting donations since Biden stepped in office. And I'm not This is not a political show, but ever since Biden came into office, he's been giving money to these people overseas, and Americans have gotten nothing, and America's screwed because of that. So, and then FEMA comes out and says they don't have enough money to fund anybody through hurricane season. And Kamala said, "Well, that was Donald Trump's fault." How is Donald Trump even involved in that? He hasn't even been in office in 4 years. So how the fuck did he take all the money from FEMA um, in the 4 years that you and Biden were running the country? I want to know that. I really would like to know. I mean, that's just my opinion, but hey, that's a different story for a different day. I'm not sorry either. Let's see what else do we got. What time is it? I'm gonna flip the calendar. Um, oh, 4:27. All right. Well, everyone's who watches my videos are gonna be like, "What the fuck is this guy doing?" All right. So, I guess to leave on that later, a little light note. Talk about that. Talk about the Jets, the Hurricanes, FEMA, Kamala. Oh, by the way, Kamala was on Howard Stern, 60 Minutes and Stephen Colbert, and a lot of people have gotten triggered by that. But I don't know. Maybe I'll talk about that later. Yeah, I'll talk about that later because my phone just went off. All right. Well, here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to leave the podcast. I'm going to come back tomorrow. I have an interview with Andre Joseph. He's returning to the show. Hope you enjoy that. And yeah, like I said, I'll talk about the Kamala and Howard Stern interview, which is pretty interesting, but different day. All right, well, this will be out tomorrow, and I'll be back later. So stay tuned. We have an interview tomorrow, and yeah. All right, everybody.